Horror. Let's face it, it's not an easy thing to get right in the world of gaming, but if used effectively, it can create fear, paranoia, isolation, even excessive sweating. However, the adrenaline rush caused by these experiences is addictive. The sense of dread and tension that horror creates can rarely be matched by any other cinematic niches. My name is ScaredyMat and I'm here to talk about all things scary. In 1992, Infogrames released a game that is said to be the granddaddy of survival horror. This game is called Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark is considered an extremely influential title as it was the first 3D horror game to be released that used pre-rendered backgrounds and polygonal characters, elements that were used in later survival horror games. However, there is another survival horror game that has popped up on my radar recently. It was released in 1998 in Japan and a year later in some parts of Europe for the PlayStation 1. It was developed by the popular Japanese video game company Outlast and has gained a small cult following in recent years. This game is known as Hellnight, or Dark Messiah in Japan. Hellnight is a first-person survival horror game set in Tokyo. The game opens up with a symbiotic creature which escapes an unknown facility and horrifically attacks a scientist. It then switches to a city scene where the protagonist is being pursued by cult members but escapes on a nearby train. Little does he know, his night is about to turn to hell. Get it? Because it's... Anyway, the creature causes the train to crash, bloodshed ensues, these guys get messed up, but naturally you survive along with a schoolgirl named Naomi. No, you can't look up her skirt.
Ow! You pervert!
So everybody managed to get mutilated apart from our two protagonists who managed to escape into a nearby sewer entrance. Standard survival horror at the moment, but wait. This is a first-person survival horror and a pretty unique one. So, with the use of your cursor and a simple X button press, it will allow you to examine or pick up whichever you are highlighting, something you will do a lot in later puzzles of the game, such as switch pressing or using a crowbar to break something. And this is how I managed to get to the first area of the game with a very familiar stare animation. So the first area of the game is a sewer. Now where Hellnight may lack visual flair, be it the slightly unattractive environments or strangely drawn characters, this game makes up for it with the audio, and it's one of the main reasons my heart was thumping every time I played it. Take a listen. A simple sewer is transformed into a highly creepy, isolated setting with the use of faint echoes, running water and eerie music. It's seriously effective and it kept me on the edge of my seat. Creepy stuff. The areas of the game are maze-like, and with the use of your directional pads you have to navigate through these dark and long corridors. However, it's not that simple. Remember that creature from before? Well, he's back, and he's deadly. Yes, the tyrant lookalike drops in and he ruins my pants. They're not looking like much at this point. This is the most intimidating, persistent badass I have seen in a long time. All you can do is run, and the survival aspect really ramps up from here. This son of a bitch does not give up. From now on you have to be careful, because he can be waiting behind any corner, breathing his mutated arse off whilst you progress through the game. A few simple puzzles later, which involve me turning off electricity which blocked my path, I come to a place called the Mesh, a huge maze-like area full of citizens who just want a peaceful life, but the pursuer has evolved into something much worse. He's now faster and even more deadly, and did I forget, he can kill you and your companion in one hit. It's bloody terrifying. If he catches you once, your companion is down for the count, twice, and it's game over. Fortunately, there is a sprint button and you'll be using it a lot, but he will run out of breath quickly, causing your screen to shake and your ears to rumble with the sound of your protagonist's heartbeat. All you have at your disposal is a useful map and a compass to help you navigate, so no weapons and no health, just you and your average sprinting legs while being constantly and violently chased. It's no picnic, it's survival horror at its finest, and it's fantastic. As you progress further, you meet some strange, funny and seriously messed up characters. From serial killers, possible demon children, to thieves and social misfits, even someone who wants to get drunk. Yes, really. They all want you to do something for them. For example, Sergeant Straightjacket Carby wants you to deliver an important document to another citizen. In return, you get an important item that'll help you throughout the game. It's standard stuff, but it keeps things interesting while progressing the story forward. Throughout the game, you will acquire passes. These will gain you access to different areas of the mesh such as livestock, factories and secret labs. These atmospheric locations really add to Hellnight's creepy tone. On the subject of story, the premise is that you need to reach the surface safely, but the deeper you progress, the more sinister and weird things become. I really don't want to spoil too much in case you want to experience it for yourself, but you'll learn more about a secret cult known as the Holy Ring Cult, what the monster is, why it's chasing you specifically, and what you are needed for. A certain plot twist shocked me. It's compelling and quite brilliant. Your companions are different people you can bring along, and this is the main highlight of the game. Not only do they help guide the storyline, but they can also help you in tight spots with the creature. For example, Naomi is a mind reader. She can detect where the monster is or if it is near. On my playthrough, I had Naomi, and she was little to no help except when she had a feeling something was there. To be fair on her though, she was right. Like I said, your companion can die, and if they do, this will affect the ending in a bad way, so be careful. But it's not all smooth sailing, and there were a few things I wasn't so keen on. Backtracking, for example, became slightly tiresome in the latter half of the game, especially where Leno was involved. So I am tasked of finding 2 thieves. I obtained the research area pass which is needed to progress and find the first thief. After finding the first thief hidden in a bloody box, Leno would turn up, thank us, and then ask us to come all the way back to his office just to get the red card which is needed to progress further. But that's not the end of it. To progress even further, we have to find another thief hidden in a bloody dresser, which causes Leno to turn up again, thank us, and tell us to go all the way back to his bloody office just to get the factory area pass. Why couldn't he give us both passes there and then instead of making us go all the way back? Time wasting and this is all whilst trying to evade the monster. Luckily, save points are frequent. There just isn't much to the game apart from running, hiding and simple quests. I enjoyed it, but I can understand if people are put off by this. But isn't this what survival horror is all about? It is effectively about surviving, the feeling on edge all the time, the spooky atmospheres and the twisted stories. If you enjoy all those, you will enjoy Hellnight. It's a unique experience, and nowadays first-person survival horror has come back in a big way, from Outlast to the new Resident Evil. I believe it gives a different sense of immersion than other perspectives, not better, just different. I love Silent Hill as much as the next person. Lower your pitchforks. Survival horror is here to stay, and I am extremely happy about that, as long as they don't make this crap again. From what I've played from other upcoming horror games of 2017, I think we're in for a treat. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Games You Loved for letting me share this video with you all. Thank you guys, you are awesome. But yes, this was my first overview/review video. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. I need to go and get some new pants, but that's a story for another time. Hellnight, all you survival horror fans, go and play this game. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, everybody. My name is ScaredyMat. Until next time.